We're going to get right to our top story this afternoon, which is, of course, the heat. We are definitely feeling it, but we're not alone. In fact, that brutal heat wave will scorch more than half of the country this weekend. As Hillary Lane reports, 195 million people across 34 states are now under heat alerts. And taking a turn to our hometown forecast with Chief Meteorologist Brent Watts this afternoon. Brent, we just heard that those temperatures are expected to drop just a little bit, but we have a long weekend ahead of us of brutal temperatures.
Yes, you got to go up before you can go down, and that's what we're going to see this weekend. We've got
on to an update this afternoon. State police released more details about a pipeline protester who was arrested. Police identified that protester as Evan Uger of Massachusetts. WDBJ7 spoke with that protester, who identified themselves as Violet, while the arrest was taking place. Uger is charged with obstruction of justice and obstructing the right of passage. They were held on $2,500 secured bond and banned from all pipeline property. In Roanoke County, state police are investigating a crash that happened earlier this morning on Interstate 81. It happened on the northbound side at mile marker 147 just before 7 o'clock. A pickup truck and tractor trailer collided there. The road was blocked for more than an hour. The driver of that pickup truck was identified as Loretta Belvins. She was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, and I-81 reopened about 8:15. Roanoke police confirmed they are looking into a report of a child being filmed crying by a former daycare worker. That video was then posted on social media. An official with Honeytree Early Learning Center confirmed to WDBJ7 an employee did post the video and has since been fired. Honeytree says they were just made aware of that video. The center says it's fully cooperating with the investigation, and Roanoke police declined to give any more information because the investigation involves a child. Old Dominion University is partnering with other Virginia universities to help fight the growing opioid crisis. A recent report from ODU states more than 1,400 Virginians died last year from opioid overdoses. That's becoming the leading cause of accidental deaths all across the state. That is why schools are working together to collect and analyze data. That research project will look at prevention, treatment, and also recovery options. On to an update. The 3 special arrivals are ready for adoption at Angels of Assisi. Take a look. These 3 dogs were rescued from Louisiana last Friday. Lots of playful energy there. They were evacuated before Barry made landfall. Officials at Angels say the dogs have completed almost all their checkups, so they are ready to go to their forever homes, but the cats that were rescued at the same time will need a little bit more time. In other news this afternoon, 6 people are hurt. Dozens of homes had to be evacuated in Christchurch, New Zealand today after a huge gas explosion. Take a look at this. It's aerial video that shows the extent of the damage there. Unbelievable. The home where the explosion happened, you can see, reduced to rubble. The blast was felt for miles, with some fearing it might have been an earthquake or a bomb, but authorities did confirm it was in fact a gas explosion. They are, however, still investigating the cause. Iran says it's not aware of losing a drone and says it has the photos to prove it. President Trump says the USS Boxer destroyed the Iranian drone near the Persian Gulf after it threatened the ship. That move further escalating tensions between the countries. Natalie Brand has the latest from Washington, D.C. On to a follow-up now. It's been 1 week since an explosion flattened a KFC restaurant in Eden, North Carolina. Look at this. It's surveillance video captured. Whoa, look at that. Captured the moment it happened. No one was inside at the time, thankfully, and no one was hurt. Now that yellow tape you see there in a fence surround all the rubble. Local police, the ATF, and the fire marshal are trying to piece together exactly what happened. Investigators say it's important to get the exact cause correct so that everyone can learn and prevent another explosion from happening. So the celebration continues for UVA's national championship. Now you can get a new license plate to commemorate the men's basketball team's big win. The DMV worked with UVA to offer this limited edition plate, which features the team logo. You can see it there on your screen. It costs $25 a year and can be bought at any DMV customer service center or online. And for every licensed plate purchased, $15 will go back to the university to support student scholarships. Pretty good cause there. Well, thanks for joining us here on this Friday. It's time for another edition of Hometown Eats. We're taking you to Cafe Express. It's right after the break. Stay with us. Hey, welcome back. Get this, a 6-year-old assistant baseball coach known as Coach Drake. He's quickly becoming a fan favorite and an internet sensation. Take a look at this adorable story. That is the mark of a great coach there. All right, stay with us. We'll have a final look at your news and weather right after this. We have breaking news now. Police are investigating several rounds of shots being fired overnight in the northwest neighborhood of Roanoke. A police officer heard several shots fired about 12:15 this morning. Witnesses told him a car drove by near the intersection of 13th and Hanover Ave, fired several rounds in the air, then drove off. That officer found several shell casings in the road. Then around 2:30, the officer heard more gunshots near 12th Street and the sound of an impact to the front of a parked patrol car. A bullet had hit the radiator. That officer was not injured. Another officer searched the area for the shooter, found 24-year-old Tyrone Fulian, who was arrested and charged with possession of a concealed weapon. The casings found do not match the gun that man had. This is all under investigation. Stay with us for any updates.
Well, we've got a lot of active weather going on the next couple days, mainly the heat wave that we've been talking about, and certainly going to be hot 90s expected over the weekend, but we do have some changes coming up next week. The one day.
I know. Check on your pets too, please.
Yes, for sure. Make sure they got plenty of water.
Yeah, thanks, Brent. All right, thanks so much for tuning in this afternoon. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you back here at 4.